Okay, so here we don't have any info types, we don't have any program codes, we don't have
Okay.
any transaction codes.
Okay.
Everything is going with the task related name, object runs. I will
Okay.
help you. So before moving to that, here how it works, we have a tools, migration tools.
Okay.
So with the we have a few several okay. So few tools. The right tool we have to select and migrate the data.
Okay.
One tool to migrate all the data.
Okay. So a tool like iLoad you're talking about?
So not only the iLoad, we have Cloud Loader, Advanced Loader, iLoad. Even you can
Mm.
use an to move the data, and also migration recipe aux. But we are not going to learn that because we are using the GMS tenant. So these tools are available only in Customer
Uh,
Center.
Come again, Kiran.
So I can give you an overview of those tools, but we are not going to access those tools in our tenant
Okay.
because
Mm.
those tools are available only in the Customer Center client
Okay.
tenant.
Okay.
So I'll go to the payroll. Uh,
Okay.
I'll go to the payroll document. Let's see. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
No, at present, please go ahead.
Oh, okay, sure, thanks. Okay, well. So first we're going to talk about the introduction to Workday Payroll. So how Workday
Okay.
Payroll from SAP, because I work from SAP, I'm going to compare with that. Then
Mm.
after, what is the difference between in-house Workday Payroll, external Workday Payroll? For example, Workday with ADP.
Yeah.
Okay, external payroll. You can run the payroll within the Workday also, in-house payroll.
Okay.
Okay. That will be a overview and how many countries so far Workday has delivered the payroll. So that will cover in the intro. Then
Yeah. I think like payroll they cover from Canada, US, and UK, right? Three countries, right?
four countries: USA, UK, France,
Okay.
USA, UK, France, and Canada.
Okay. Four countries. Okay.
Also, we talk
Uh,
about tenant setup, the basic tenant setup for payroll.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then set up the payroll basic processing framework. So here, this is a very basic framework. So, and this is mandatory for payroll for all the countries, not only for Canada or US, for
Mm-hmm.
all the countries, this is mandatory. So, what we are going to learn or teach here, we are going to talk about the period schedules. So, the
Okay.
client may have monthly period, or they will pay on monthly basis, weekly basis, semi-monthly basis, right? So, based on the
Right.
frequency, you have to create the period schedule.
Okay.
Then after run category, run category is nothing but to define what kind of payroll run you are running. Are you running the regular run, off-cycle run, or on-demand payroll run, or reversal? That we are
Okay.
going to the run category. Then
Okay.
define payment election rules. So you can allow the employee to
Hmm.
choose whether the employee need the payment through the bank deposit or check, paycheck. So
Okay.
employee choose the option. So that we have to configure here. In fact, this
Okay.
step has to be configured with finance people, but we will do
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Then our pay group. You can also call it as payroll area in our SAP. The pay group is nothing but grouping employees who is having similar payroll characteristics to process the
Okay.
payroll. Non-monthly and
Same like SAP HR.
right payroll
Okay.
area. We
Okay.
call
The pay group is nothing but payroll area here.
right payroll area.
Okay.
Correct.
Pay group is nothing but payroll area. Okay.
Right. There also you will group the employees based on their paid frequency. Here also the same concept.
Okay.
I can say pay group is more advanced than that. We'll
Okay.
talk about system.
Yeah.
Then earnings and deductions. In SAP we will call it as wage
Hmm.
types. Right.
Okay.
So you can create custom wage types. Also you can use the existing system wage types.
Okay.
But here we have to create earnings and deduction. This is nothing but wage type. So what we are going
Okay.
to learn, how to set up an earning, how to create a deduction, what information is required in order to create an earning and deduction.
Okay.
You
Here I
create
have question like Kiran. Do you have like here wage type like same like SAP HR?
I can say there here you have in SAP you will create a wage type or you will copy a wage type and again you have to go to the schema, you have to control the functions, PCRs, etc.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we don't need to do that. It's all controlled by the calculation.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
easy than SAP.
Okay.
So what information is required for earning? So if you in order to create an earning or deduction, first thing we need effective date, name of the earning or deduction, who are eligible for the deduction on category, which pay group, what is the calculation, what are the related calculations. All we have to discuss and what taxes are going to impact on the earning,
Okay.
everything we have to discuss. So we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
Also, how to bring the compensation data into the payroll system. Okay. In
Okay.
SAP, we maintain ability T510 table. So it's almost
Yes, you're
7.
right. Yeah.
So that table will maintain and will bring the amount into the payroll, right? So
Yeah.
here compensation is mandatory.
Yeah.
Okay. Compensation mandatory. How to bring the compensation data into the payroll with the help of compensation element and calculation.
Okay.
And also a number of calculations are delivered by Workday for payroll system.
Okay.
However, I will also show you how to create a custom calculation additional to
Okay.
Workday calculations.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about at least 8 to 10 calculations, and also
Okay.
we'll create some more. I will come with some requirement based on that we'll create.
Okay.
Then after time earnings, how to group the timesheet, time codes, the earning, so that it will checks whether the employee 8 hours are there in the office or 5 hours are there in the office. Based
Mm.
on that, we'll prorate the value, factoring.
Okay.
Then after benefit plan. So 401k is there na, in United
Yeah.
States.
401k. Yeah.
The 401k deduction into the payroll system. And also 401k have challenges. Any employee should not pay more than $19,500 per annum.
Yeah.
How much ever employee earning. So which means you have to set up a limit also. Okay. So
Yeah.
that also. So here, how to bring the amount from compensation to payroll, how to
Mm.
bring the deduction amount
Mm.
from benefit plan into the payroll. That is also we will discuss.
Okay.
Compensation security, pay component security, who can edit the compensation, sorry, who can edit the pay com group, who cannot view, then costing limits, ROE, this is for Canada only.
Okay. The
So this is
ROE is the ROE from Canada only, right?
right, is
Okay. What
applicable
is the
only.
ROE?
So honestly, I haven't worked because I worked so far only for North American payroll and UK payroll. But
Okay. So
all
you mean that you don't know like Canada payroll, right?
right.
Okay.
So setup everything remains same.
Okay.
Here I will generate wage to farm, but in Canada we'll generate T4 farm.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. Right. You're right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Setup everything remains same. Tax
Okay.
slightly, tax also federal they have. Slightly it
Yeah.
will change.
Yeah.
Documents will. Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So
No, everywhere
here
is same. Like like configuration said that tax system will be country to country will be changed. In a sync.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the, here also same. Here also the same concept.
Yeah.
Then after we'll talk about tax setup. So
Okay.
first go through overview of tax setup, set up payroll taxes, set up company. So let me tell you with normal. So here what we're going to do, we're going to talk about first a overview of tax. Like we have in US FICA, FICA.
Okay.
It's a combination of OASDA and Medicare, Old Age Savings Deposit Insurance and Medicare tax. What is the
Okay.
employer contributions? And also we're going to talk about state taxes. Each state tax amount is different. So some states are exempt from the state taxes. For example, Texas. So
Okay.
and also residence tax, work tax, federal unemployment insurance, state unemployment insurance. So how to configure these taxes, how to override the state unemployment insurance, how to assign these tax elements to an employee.
Mm.
Also, if an employee works more than in one state in a tax period, how to do the tax allocation percentages, multiple
Okay.
work options. That also we will learn. Okay. Then after withholding orders, or you can also call it as garnishments. In US, UK and Canada, this is a very famous term.
Okay.
So like creditor garnishment, spouse support, child support, federal, state garnishments. So uh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to recall the info type to help you. 0035, no, forget actually.
Yeah, you're talking about the garnishment.
Correct. 2034 something, forget actually. Okay, so here voluntary garnishments, involuntary garnishment. Voluntary
Okay.
garnishment is but charitable trust. If you want to contribute some amount to charities, you can contribute to the voluntary.
Okay.
Involuntary garnishment means uh, some examples I'm just taking. For example, spouse support. People have taken divorce, either husband or wife, and the other person has to support other person. Child
Okay.
support. Parents are not taking care of the child. Then child has a what you call authority to go to the court and get the some maintenance from the parents, to the
Okay.
guardian.
Okay.
And also creditor garnishment. If any employee has not paid the loan back to the finance institutions, they
Mm.
can get them. They can go for. I mean, the financial institution can go for a court and get the order and submit to the employer to hold them some amount from the employee's paycheck.
Mm.
So all will talk. We'll discuss about it. In addition to this, how to create recipient rules, how to define CGPA rules, what are the CGPA rules, and how to identify disposable net, how to identify the priority of the garnishment, if the employee have multiple garnishment, edit the garnishment, amend the garnishment changes, everything we'll talk in this withholding
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Coming to the payroll accounting, so in SAP we'll create a what is that mapping
J yeah.
map,
JL account.
right.
Mm.
So we don't have that concept in Workday because
Mm.
the finance team has to create that setup and
Okay.
we have only one task called run payroll accounting. That also
Okay.
has to be done by the finance. If the finance person is not available, then that is our responsibility as a payroll consultant. Here we'll
Okay.
talk about our overview of payroll accounting, run
Mm.
the payroll accounting, and review the accounting results.
Mm.
Then after setup banking and settlement, this is also part of finance, but I have worked on this, so I have included.
Mm.
So here we are going to talk about how to create a bank branches,
Okay.
and
Here the bank, like those things will be automatically created by finance team, right? Just we are going to assign SAP. But here
right.
we are creating for ourselves bank accounting those things.
Actually, this is also has to be cleared with the finance team itself. But
Okay.
I already worked on this, so I'll
Okay.
just give you more knowledge.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
better. Thank you. Yeah.
No problem. Then after here, what we're going to do, a payroll consultant is going to initiate run payroll process. Once initiate the payroll process, we have third-party remittance, right? Which is
Yeah.
generate, etc.
Yeah.
Similarly, here you can create paychecks. That
Yeah.
is nothing but settlement configuration. What happens once the payroll is complete for a period, for monthly or bi-weekly,
Mm.
we have to generate the paychecks for an employee.
Okay.
So generate once you generate the paychecks, the paycheck is available for the employee in their inbox so that they can
Okay.
download. So that we're going to talk. Additionally, how to configure the payslip. And in SAP, you can customize the payslip. With the help
Okay.
of the tools, we can customize the payslip. We don't have that option here.
Mm.
Here we have to go with the standard template. However, if the client asking a new report, which is not actually most of the client will go with work to delivered report. So
Mm.
IRS. If the client is not happy with the design, then we
Okay.
can go to the BERT, BART. Again, it's the integration one, BERT
Okay.
tool, business intelligence reporting tool.
Okay.
And yeah, configure settlement, generate the paychecks. The details here will cover.
Okay.
Then payroll related roles and security. You can also call it as authorizations, both together.
Okay. So roles and okay. Security roles. Okay.
Alright. The
Okay.
business process also authorizations.
Mm.
So pay group, who can approve the pay group, who can change the payroll area for an employee. If any
Okay.
change was happen, how to approve it, how to
Okay.
configure it, that we'll discuss.
Okay.
Then payroll input and processing. This is something like input type 15, input type 14.
Okay.
Any additional amount which is not part of employee salary,
Okay.
any which is not part of standard deduction like taxes, we have to
Okay.
process payroll input.
So like as you said, there's no info type. We have to add manually, right?
Right.
Every time.
So
Every time. Whenever there's a additional amount, we have to add.
we have that. That's correct. And whenever the additional amount, it might be a bonus, it might be advance payment, it might be loan amount from the
Okay.
company,
Okay.
or you are deducting the loan amount or advance amount from the employee's paycheck or benefit deduction. We can go through the payroll input.
Mm.
Then after end-to-end payroll process,
Mm.
so here we have run pay calculation, run pay accounting, run pay complete. Then after settlement generation, apart
Mm.
from that. how to run a off-cycle payment, how to run a off-cycle manual payment,
Mm.
and process for reversal if something went wrong in the paycheck or adjustments, how to process on-demand payment. Also, we're going to talk about how to put employee on hold. For
Yeah.
example, a disciplinary action has taken by the employer from the employee. Our employee has
Okay.
been expelled from the organization. We are
Okay.
not going to pay the salary now. We will hold
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah.
So that also will do. And how to evaluate the pay results, how to go to the costings, that also we'll discuss in detail. And
Yeah.
how to
Sure.
test every element and pay accumulations, how to group the gross, net, challenges in payroll setup. We'll talk. In addition to this, in the earnings wise, how to process the base salary, how to process a car allowance, mobile allowance, and different types of allowances, and also a deduction, benefit deduction. It's a little complex, but we'll discuss how to
Okay.
create a calculations. Yeah.
Like,
So these are all we want to cover. Bala.
okay. Okay. So we're done, right? I have a couple of questions, Kiran. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Please.
So like as I said, there's no PCL schemas in this year, right? Infotech
Correct.
also.
Correct.
So like the configuration, like compared to SAP, how difficult it is, like like configuration, like there's so much a configuration there in SAP. Here, like how much, like for example, if I'm doing for implementation project, as a
Right.
one consultant can do entire thing, or it require for two people to do.
Okay. So if the person is strong enough in the payroll, one person only is enough to handle this one.
Okay.
If the person is at mid-level or learning level, I would recommend at least 2% people are needed. At least
Okay.
gross both can divide and they can work.
Okay, like okay, I introduce myself. Can you please introduce yourself? Like like how many years experience in work there?
Yeah, so myself, my name is Kiran, and I have around 10 years of experience IT industry, in which
Okay,
from SAP HCM, and
okay,
that completely purely worked on time management and absence, sorry, payroll, that is an payroll
okay,
Indian.
okay. Name
And
payroll.
right, 7 years, 3 months, I have in Workday experience, and so
Okay,
far my implementations completed and
okay,
two support projects. Yeah.
okay. You have like a lot of experience in US payroll, right?
Yes.
US and UK payroll, not in Canada payroll, right?
No, no, no. Mostly I
Okay,
worked in this payroll. UK
okay.
payroll, is
Okay, I don't want UK payroll. Like I'm fine with US and Canada because I'm staying in Canada. I want to be matched with US and Canada both.
okay.
So I'm fine with that one. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, perfect. Coming to your question, schemas, pieces, right?
Yeah,
So I believe in SAP, though he's a senior consultant. I'm just comparing my friends.
yeah,
So it's very hard, very tough to work on those areas.
yeah. Even actually, I did from those things because that reason whether I want to do again from here. So the
No,
simple
no.
question. Yeah,
Yeah, I still remember IN53, IN43
yeah,
retro.
yeah, yeah.
Not sure. So here we have calculations. Okay.
Okay,
Of that, what Workday is giving calculation. The
okay,
calculation is also logical. These are also
okay,
logical. But the one good thing, they're given all the fields. But we should
okay,
know which field to bring and build the
okay,
calculation.
okay.
In addition to
So
that,
predefine the fields.
absolutely, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
So we need
predefined.
to choose which one we have to suit for our requirement.
Correct, correct. And also in SAP, what happens if there is a change in the state tax?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if they're doing late, we have to update manually in order to process the payroll.
Mm.
Password. So here, Workday itself, they will give that. You no need to. Okay, okay. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. I will help. Or maybe my 1 second, please. I'll just quickly check it.
Yeah, I'm able to hear you. So like,
Yes.
be honest with you, like I'm looking eagerly at payroll in time. So
Okay.
once I complete my payroll, I don't know, like a time, I think you know time, right? You're also going to give training, right? In time, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Not
So
absence management.
yeah,
Yeah.
absence payment, like time off, like a time tracking both, right?
Time was leave. Right. Right.
Yeah, both, right? I don't know how many
Yes.
hours you take from the complete from the payroll from your side.
So actually, normally we will aim for 2 weeks. Okay. It's based
Uh-huh.
on both understanding and my and what examples we are going. Sometimes it
So
may
it
go
will only
little
for 2 weeks. It will take only 2 weeks.
right. If the person who knows all base complete
Okay.
the tax within 2 hours. If the
Okay.
person doesn't know what is tax, I have to start from the scratch. What is FICA,
Okay.
Federal Insurance Contribution Act? It holds OASA, Medicare, employee
Okay.
contribution this much, employer contribution this much. How it's
Okay.
going to be. Basics also I have to explain.
Okay.
Okay. So if it seems you're already advanced, based on that
Yeah.
I'm saying, and we'll
Okay.
see. Okay, anytime you say, hey Kiran, you're fast, I'm not able to cope up. Could you please go on? Could you please give me some more examples or give me some
Okay.
time for practice? It may go
Okay.